Since I was a child, I was told that I would never be a marathon runner. Not because I lacked ability, but because of my body type. I was always the chubby kid in class, the one who preferred reading a book over playing soccer. My classmates made jokes, and although I tried not to pay attention, it still hurt. My parents always told me I was fine just the way I was, but deep down, I felt like something was missing. I remember the day I made the decision. I was sitting on the couch watching TV when a documentary about marathons came on. I saw people of all ages, from different backgrounds, running in endless races, crossing the finish line with expressions of satisfaction and pride. I asked myself, why not me? I knew nothing about running, but something inside me changed that afternoon. I decided I was going to be different. I was going to train to run my first marathon. The first few days were awful. I felt exhausted after just a few minutes, and honestly, my body wasn't ready for such effort, but something kept pushing me to continue. I thought to myself, if others could do it, why couldn't I? So, despite the muscle aches and doubts, I kept going. It was a slow process, but little by little, my body started to adjust. One day, while running through the park, I realized it wasn't so hard anymore. I was surpassing my own limits. I began to feel lighter, not just physically, but emotionally as well. Every kilometer I ran reminded me that I was changing, that I was not only transforming my body, but also my mind. The day of the race came faster than I expected. When I stood at the starting line, I felt nervous, but also incredibly proud of how far I had come. The race was tough. The first few kilometers were exhausting, but the people around me, cheering and shouting support, gave me the strength to keep going. I wasn't running to win, but when I crossed the finish line, I felt a sense of satisfaction I had never experienced before. What struck me most was realizing how much I had changed. Not just physically, but how I saw myself. I learned that the limits I thought I had were just mental barriers that I could break. What was hardest wasn't the physical training, but the decision to believe in myself and take that first step. Now, whenever I face a challenge in life, I remember that race. It reminds me that even though the path may be difficult, I can always keep going because change begins the moment I decide I'm capable.